Johnny. You and I, well, I say more you, caused a bit of a stir in your response to a question I asked you in Bournemouth about.
You some real shit there, didn't you? It was you. Oh my goodness. So let's get it right. Are we talking about the Usyk comment? So I don't know if I put it out there right. So you said if in your day, how you doing? You said about myself fighting Usyk.
Yeah.
I got to get it right. Myself at cruiserweight, and when I was at my best at cruiserweight, to fight Usyk at his best at cruiserweight, then I'd have beaten him. I didn't say I would fight Usyk now and beat him. I would never say that. What I'm saying is, in my day, when I was the best cruiserweight in the world, as far as I was concerned, and Usyk was clicked to be the best cruiserweight in the world, I'd have beat him. I stick by that. I don't change it at all. Let's not get it twisted. I'm not saying I'd beat Usyk now, because I wouldn't. I'm old enough to be his dad. What I'm saying to you is, if you look at the best of me and the best of Usyk at cruiserweight, I'd have beaten him. I stick by it. Don't feel no shame in saying it.
Yeah, no, I thought that was how it came across in terms of you and Usyk at prime in cruiserweights.
Yeah, when people get gassed. People get gassed and say, Nelson feels good. So I just think, I don't mind the roastings from that, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, what did you make of the reaction online?
I find it funny. Listen, if I say something, I can sit down with anybody and have a conversation about what I've said.
Yeah.
I'm not saying something for the headlines. You know, I say something because there's a method behind my comment. You know, if you like it or not. I'm not saying it just to well, I've done it before. I have said it actually before. But what I'm saying to you is, I ain't one of those people. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm not going to jump on a bandwagon and say this because everybody's saying it. I don't mind saying what I say because I know I can back it up. And that's why when people say so, I say, come on, sit down with me. Explain to me and I'll explain to you. And even if you'll not disagree, I'm not talking shit. I'm just saying what I see.
Adam, I asked Adam, he had a contrary opinion to that. I saw you and Adam get into it as well.
Yeah, but remember, Adam's never put a glove on himself in his life. So when Adam comments on whether or not Johnny Nelson would have an XYZ, you know, all he's got is the same experience of you and many other people that have only ever watched boxing. So when Adam says that stuff, I do laugh at it because he's probably one of the few people that's never boxed before, but wants to tell me about something that I've done for a living, something that I achieved and became world champion in. So I just think, well, you're mugging yourself off a little bit here, but I'll play the game. You know, if it's another fighter that sat with me having that conversation, then you might listen to him more and think, well, maybe he's right. I'm not going to listen to someone that's never boxed in their life telling me what I wouldn't have done. That'd be stupid.
I swear I saw Adam do a bit of pad work in a clip that resurfaced. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, I'll have to send it you. I'm sure I've seen something of doing some shadow or something along those lines. But you also went on to kind of talk about kind of the cruiserweights of that generation and some of the best cruiserweights in Holyfield, and you felt that you wouldn't, if you were to match up in a fantasy fight against Holyfield, you wouldn't win. And
I'm honest. And when you talk about the cruiserweights, I personally think I was the second best cruiserweight around in my day. And now when you look at the history of it, I think Evander Holyfield was top dog. I put myself up there as second to top dog. When you look at the successes in cruiserweights that were there, there is nothing wrong with accepting if you're special or not. There's nothing wrong with telling people, yeah, I can do that. Some people look at it as arrogance. Some people look at it as stupidity. But if you've got something special about it and someone asks you, why would you be embarrassed and why would you be made to feel ashamed of actually saying, well, yeah, I actually can do that? Or should I not say anything and hope you do say it? If you ask me a question, I'll tell you. If I was being stupid, in my opinion, I'd have said, yeah, I'd have beat Holyfield, I'd have beat Ali, I'm honest. You know, and I say what I see, I say what I think.
Get your thoughts on a couple of other things, and I'll let you go. A big fight that was announced recently, that being the sons of legends who have, in their own rights, are making their own name and have made their own name, that being Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn. Your thoughts on that fight?
I was asked a few weeks ago when Eddie actually talked about this fight, I said, how has it happened? I just don't see it. Now it's happening, and the fight is all depending on the weight and the rehydration clause, and that that will make the difference between the decision of the fight. I think Conor Benn is a very talented fighter that's getting better and better each fight. I think Eubank has shown that he's top tier and he's reached his limit, but is his SCADA limit good enough to beat most fighters out there? Yes, it is, you know, because he's in touching distance and fight for a world title. I think there's a lot of growth still left from Conor Benn, and he will become a better fighter as it goes on. So now, if you're asking me who wins, you know, it's all about the weight. It's all about the rehydration clause. It's all about the fact that whether or not does Eubank Jr. come in at stipulated weight on fight night, and even if it's signed, sealed, and delivered, does he? Does that happen? And if he doesn't, what happens? Does the fight still go on? This fight's been sold on pay-per-view. The arena's full, packed out. Do you pull the fight because Eubank has come in £10 on the night of the fight over the weight? What do? He gets a fine, but he's still £10 over the weight on the night of the fight. So these are all the things you've got to bring into it and consider. But weight-wise, it's clearly suits Conor Benn down to the ground. And again, my comment is, how's that going to work?
Whispers about a potential Dillian Whyte Daniel Dubois fight. Your thoughts on that one as well?
Good fight. You've got experience. You've got youth, and it could be a passing of the baton or an experienced fighter saying, "Stay in your lane, son. Stay in your lane." Dillian Whyte is a warrior. This man lives, eats, and breathes boxing. He's lost three times now in his career, and so again, he's put himself in a position where people are happy to dismiss him and try and use him as a gatekeeper. I think he's in there who needs him club now, and I'm surprised that Dan Dubois is saying, yeah, let's go that path. Let's go via Dillian Whyte, because I'm sure there must be other paths to do that. But good fight. I'm intrigued to see it.
We're remiss to say, or not to mention as well, there's an undercard to the fight too, and Ben Whittaker, who made his debut in Bournemouth, also finds himself on the undercard here. A chance to shine for Ben Whittaker too here on fight night.
Yes, without a doubt. Great chance for him to shine. Ben Whittaker is he's a potential superstar. The only person that's going to derail that is Ben Whittaker. And is the expectation, the adulation, the everything around it going to affect his drive and ambition behind closed doors? The things you hear about this young man's talent and what he can do, what he can't do. When you look at his resume as an amateur, you look at the package that he is as a fighter. He's a promoter's dream, and you can see that. I've seen him come and go. I've seen fighters, fakers and makers, you know, and Ben Whittaker can be a maker. Yeah, he's one of those guys that, you know, he backs this up. This boy will be a superstar. And I mean worldwide. I don't just mean here in the UK. I mean worldwide. And if you know the fight game, you know people in the fight game, even if you don't like him, they will tell you this man is so talented. This guy's got everything going for him. So Ben Whittaker, I think it's a great idea getting him out on this bill. Get him out again in another 5 weeks' time. Just keep rolling him out. Get this man on the tip of everybody's tongue. Get him out there where people think, wow, he's got momentum. I'm looking forward to a Ben Whittaker fight. He is that fighter, and in doing that, you know, what a great opportunity to box on a bill.
You see Marmite figures come and go, especially at the Winker Bank. You had a very much leading one in Prince Nazim Mohammed. Is that the way to kind of go in this day and age now, being that divisive kind of character, get that traction now and push yourself in the social media kind of spheres too? Without
a doubt. Look at, what's his name, Jake Paul. This kid's a novice, but he's getting world championship attention, world championship money. He's being interviewed by everybody and anybody. And he's asked ridiculous questions like, would he be Canelo? Would he be X, Y, Z? and people are listening to him, and people are loathing him or believing him. Now, if you can create and generate that kind of attention, your job is done. Ben Whittaker's that kind of fighter where he will say some outlandish things that you and I might not believe. And you'll want to see him put it to the test to see if he can pull it off. Ben Whittaker's that kind of fighter where he can say stuff to people like you holding the mic in his face to rile you up, to show you disdain and disrespect. Where you think, I can't stand this kid. I'm going to make it my campaign to undermine and embarrass this young man. But he's got you talking and writing about him. He's got the ability. I know when he fought, the amount of message I got from people saying, I'd love to slap that kid in his face. He's so, and that's what he wants. As long as he can back up the balls, he needs to create debate, emotion, distinct from you as a fan, somebody watching him. In doing that, that means he gets into your homes. That means you turn on the TV to watch this young man win or lose. So to me, I think he's the full package. It's not just about being able to fight. It's about putting bums on seats, and he's that guy.
My final two questions will just summarise this, bringing this back to Usyk and Anthony Joshua too. Finish this for me. First of all, the keys to victory for Alexander Usyk are?
Do what you did in the first place, but put the pressure on early on, and take the pace away from Anthony Joshua. They're the keys to victory for Usyk.
And the keys to victory for Anthony Joshua are?
Jump on that motherfucker and don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Keep in his face. Be completely use your heavyweight speed, power, accuracy, weight, and if you do that, you get the win.
Johnny Nelson, thank you so much for speaking to Boxing Social. Look forward to seeing you in the fight week. Thank you so much.